Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Aranok, and today for you guys, I thought I would just give a little trailer analysis and my first impressions to Zul, the Necromancer, who is coming very soon. It was announced on Twitter that Zul would be released sometime this week, and I honestly cannot wait for him. So let's just dive straight in and look at his history.
Unto darkness.
The enigmatic necromancers hold a belief that all creation exists in a delicate balance between light and darkness. Should either side gain control, the world of Sanctuary would fall into ruin. As a member of their ancient order, Zul fights to preserve that balance, no matter where his travels may take him, or what foes stand against him.
Zul is obviously going to be a specialist, and I love specialists, so I am extremely excited to see how he's going to play, and I definitely think I will pick him up straight away. Here we can see his abilities, and the first one we get introduced to is his trait, which is Raise Skeleton, and I think this is such a clever technique. So basically, after you kill 4 minions of the enemy team for creep, you get to raise them and have them on your own side. And I think that's really clever, because if you're one-on-oneing a lane against another specialist, that will really give you the edge, and it'll especially help you take down towers, as, you know, the more of your minions die and the more of their minions come, you could just keep throwing out your scythe and getting more. And I think it's just really exciting to see something kind of new and refreshing in a specialist category. His other abilities here, Cursed Strikes, is an AoE basic attack, so it basically, you know, attacks all the enemies in front of you or around you. It also slows their basic attacks, and I think that's going to be very helpful in team fights. And obviously, in the video, they say that if an enemy has gone for a basic attack build, that's obviously going to be so essential to take them down. We also see his ability with his scythe, where he throws out. We see that one first, and then pulls it back, doing damage. And we see the Bone Prison. Zul is interesting because he actually starts with 4 basic abilities, and here we can see his 4th basic ability, Bone Armor, which, like Charism, can be changed at level 1, so it can slow your enemies, it can deal damage, or it can make you evade your basic attacks like Illidan's E does. His 2 ultimates here, Poison Nova, seems to just shoot out a bunch of poison in random directions, so it's kind of like an AoE and Venom, I suppose, but it seems to be doing a ton of damage to these heroes, you can see. I think that's really cool. I think that's going to be very beneficial in team fights, and I really want to know, you know, what the abilities are to increase that. And this Skeletal Mages also looks very interesting, because coupled with, you know, Lyric's Entomb or Tassadar's Psy Shield, you know, you could wall in your enemies and make them go through these, and they could be doing a lot of damage and slowing your enemies, and that could just really turn the tide in a team fight. Now, whenever a new hero is released, there's always the debate whether the hero is going to be a game changer. So, arguably, Lunara and Greymane weren't very game changery when they were released, but Li Ming definitely was, so much that she had to be nerfed a few days after she was released, just because how much damage she was outputting. I wonder if Zul will be a game-changing hero, because his abilities seem like they have the ability to, but I'm just wondering if Blizzard have learned from their previous mistakes with Li Ming as to how much damage these characters should be outputting. As a specialist, obviously he won't be doing that much damage to heroes, but I really can't wait to see his laning capabilities, and I genuinely think this will be a day 1 buy for me, which I haven't actually done since I bought Kelthus. Obviously these images are manipulated to show off how good Zul can be, but we see him here in many clips 2v1ing heroes, and I genuinely think he'll be able to do that, and I think it's going to be very essential to team fights and one-on-ones, and I just think he's going to be a game-changing hero. I really do think he will be that. There's not much else to say about Zul except from the fact that I really love his abilities, and I love where Blizzard are starting to go with the direction of where their characters are coming from. So obviously the majority of characters come from Warcraft, and obviously that's because it's the longest running series that Blizzard have created, and also because that's the most character-rich series. I really like the idea of bringing in the Diablo 2 heroes now that we've finished with the Diablo 3 classes. I mean, now that we've got Monk and Wizard to finish off the classes, I can't wait to see if they bring out the other Diablo 2 classes like Amazonian. What I've noticed from rewatching the Spotlight for about the 3rd time is that where in the past, the spotlights have often shown the downsides to these heroes. So for instance, the Li Ming, they showed where she could be overpowered and how she could actually be overpowered quite easily. But watching this, there doesn't seem to be anything bad to say about Zul, and I'm really confident that this character is going to be good. There's obviously been a lot of thought that's been put into Zul. There's so many choices and so many builds to go with. A jungler, an assassin, a specialist, and I can't wait to see what other heroes Blizzard are going to bring, because they just seem to be getting better and better and more personal and more unique. Overall, and I know I keep saying it, but I am so excited for this character, and I know I've said that in the past, but this one specifically I'm most excited about because I just love specialists. I think they're the best thing about the game. If you like this, please remember to like and subscribe, and check out my other videos. I did a Li Ming spotlight, I've done top 5 heroes I want to see, and that would really help me out if you did. And until next time, guys, I will see you in the Nexus.